Hey everybody, how's it going? I haven't been around for a while. I've been busy prepping for Tough Mudder, which was September 8th. It was fantastic. It was at Cooper's Lake Campground in Pennsylvania. Technically, the billing on the event billing, it was Pittsburgh, but wasn't really in Pittsburgh. It was fantastic. I really did have a good time. Yes, I was sore, but not nearly as sore as I was last year, which I think there's a lot of things that played into that. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was what exactly I took with me on course and off course. And obviously, the wonderful, fantastic finisher's headband that I got for being a second-time runner. I know, isn't it a wonderfully lovely color? And this is the headband that you get when you finish every time. This is your orange headband. And then you go pick up your whatever, how many times headband it is that you've done the Mudder. Anyway, on to the important fun stuff. What I packed to take with me, of course, basically standard stuff you're going to pack when you go on any trip. Don't be like me and forget your toothbrush. And also make sure you prepare for the weather. I had to go out and buy another hoodie because dumbass me forgot to bring my hoodie that was sitting on top of my bed next to my bag that I was packing. Yeah, not smart. Don't do that. Anyway, make sure you got your change of clothes, clean underwear, obviously. All that fun, exciting stuff that you're going to wear off course. What I brought with me for the Mudder itself, make sure that the clothes that you do wear do not have cotton in them. They tend to, when they get wet, hold on to the water. And especially if that's on your feet, that's so gross. And it's so disgusting. And seriously, your feet feel like they're a ton of freaking bricks. And the water tends to hold on to your socks. And especially if it's cold out, the water doesn't hold on to your socks. The socks hold on to your water. Jeez. Anywho, just make sure that they don't have cotton in them and that like your clothes are what they call dry fit. Some places call it that. But especially like if you're wearing compression pants, they tend to be. Just like I said, no cotton. Tends to hold on to the water. On course, I wore compression pants. I wore compression socks. Who cares if they don't match? And I had a compression shirt on that was long sleeve simply because I didn't want anything that was baggy. And you can always take it off, especially if you have a team shirt. And it was cold, so I figured, what the heck? I'm going to need something and it's long sleeves. Might as well make it worth it. So I did. I had extra rubber bands in my gear bag that I took on course with me. Now my gear bag, I didn't pay anything for it all. It was like something that I got for free at one of the county fairs that I went to, and I didn't care if it got disgusting and gross. So, now, obviously it wasn't waterproof, so everything that I put in there was in a bigger Ziploc bag, and everything inside of that was in smaller Ziploc bags, and then I put all of that inside like plastic Walmart bag or plastic Gino bag and tied a knot on it just to do what I could to try not to get things so muddy. Maybe at some point I'll get like a waterproof bag or like a mud-proof bag, but right now this works and it's cheap. Anyway, the air inside there, I had one bag that had like chapstick, eye drops for my contacts because I wore contacts on course, which is a smart idea if you wear glasses. That way your glasses don't get broke or anything like that. I also took my glasses just in case I got something in my eye and had to take my contacts out so I could, see for the rest of the course. That was in there. I had another bag that had like the chapstick. I had, just in case because I was paranoid, 2 battery packs for my phone because I took my phone with me. I also had little snacky things, like, I really don't want to call them sports food, but like energy bars, things like that, protein bars, whatnot. And yes, even though I've been doing keto, I was carbing that week just in preparation for the Mudder and everything like that, and completely did not eat keto for the most part over the weekend and started back strong on Monday. Off the point. So I had that in there. A good point of advice on that is make sure that it's stuff that you've eaten before and you know how your body is going to react to it. Because in the middle of a course of a Tough Mudder is not the time to find out that your body does not like what you're eating. Bad. You really don't want to be sitting in a porta john with your guts just not happy with you. Not going to be fun. And those things stink. Continuing on. My shoes probably were, well, that was my big purchase. Super important. If you can probably, with about everything else, but your shoes are essential to making it through the Mudder. If you can get a pair of shoes that drains, essential. I got the Merrell All Out Crush 2 with the BOA whatever lacing system. Loved them. They were easy to use, easy to wear, easy to get on, easy to get off, super light, and they didn't really hold on to the mud. They drained, and seriously, the traction on them was worth the hype. I mean, it was just, they lived up to it. I'm really, really glad I didn't slip as much at all this year as I did last year. The traction was pretty awesome. And when you're walking through the mud, you're going to want traction. There was a lot of hills. It was very slick. And especially the second lap after it had been raining and people have been tromping through it, it was so nice to have good shoes. So if you can afford good shoes, get good shoes. I think that's pretty much everything that I had with me. One of the nice things about the Mudders is that they do have different quote-unquote rest stations where they've got the porta-johns, they've got water, they've got sometimes electrolyte drinks, things like that. So there is stuff on course, and it really is super nice. So if you don't want to carry a bag with you, if you don't need to, by all means, don't. I did. And also, the last final bit, I know this was kind of scattered, I apologize. The last little final bit that I do want to talk about is if you do decide to run a Mudder or participate in a Tough Mudder, probably the best financial decision that I made in regards to this was, seriously, volunteer the next day. Because if you plan on running more Mudders, you usually get a code, at least in 2018, that if you volunteered, you run for free. So it's totally worth it. That wasn't the case in 2017 when I volunteered, and I could have gotten reimbursed, but I decided to use it toward a future event. Instead of paying like $160 for a ticket, I paid $40. So seriously, it's worth, the discount alone is worth volunteering for. Plus, one of the nice perks is you get free parking. So, and you get the good parking. You get the premium, I think is what they were calling it, which for Pittsburgh, we got to park right up front, pretty much. It was fantastic. We didn't have to park all the way far away. Also, if you do Tough Mudder, find a team. It's so much fun to do it with a team. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, drop me a message. Let me see what you want to know, and I can address it later on. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. I hope you're warm. And if y'all are on the coast, I hope Florence doesn't get you too bad. Guys, have a good day.